Let me guess, somewhere in your house there's a half-filled journal that was supposed to transform your coaching business, probably right next to that ambitious morning routine schedule that lasted, 2.5 days? Now, I know what I'm about to say might be a bit painful, especially since goal setting is probably one of your favorite tools that you use with clients. But here's the truth. Goals alone aren't enough. Goals are like having a destination in your GPS. Brilliant, essential even. But here's what no one tells you. Having a destination doesn't mean much if your car won't start. And that's where systems come in. In fact, I'm going to say something a bit controversial. Systems eat goals for breakfast. Sorry, Peter Drucker, I'm borrowing your format here. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to systematize your coaching business for predictable income. You'll learn the framework for systemizing your key business operations, 3 essential systems that create consistent revenue, and how to automate these systems for full-time results on a part-time schedule. If you're tired of the constant hustle and ready to build a systematized coaching business that actually gives you the freedom you dreamed of, this one's for you. Welcome coaches, I'm Jackie Appleby, online business manager, business coach, and your guide on this journey towards not just building a successful business, but creating a transformative one. You want to grow your coaching business while leading your best life, and I'm here to share tips, tricks, and strategies to make that dream achievable. With years of experience in the coaching industry, I've helped countless coaches move from feeling completely overwhelmed and chaotic to calm and thriving using my Coach to CEO framework. So if you feel like you're ready to transform your business, then you are in the right place, my friend. You know what I find fascinating? Most of us got into coaching because we wanted freedom. Freedom to make an impact, freedom with our time, freedom to work our way. But here's the irony. So many coaches end up working longer hours than they did in their corporate jobs. Let me paint you a picture of what I see happening every day. You're sitting at your desk, it's probably way past normal working hours, and you're doing, everything. You're writing individual emails to prospects, crafting proposals from scratch each time, explaining your onboarding process for the 100th time, and trying to remember exactly how you welcomed your last client because it worked so well. This is what I call the manual everything trap. And the worst part, you're working full-time hours or more, but seeing part-time results. It's exhausting, it's unsustainable, and honestly, it's completely fixable. But here's the thing, every single one of these tasks can be systematized. And when I say systematized, I don't mean removing the personal touch that makes you an amazing coach. I mean creating reliable processes that free you up to actually do the coaching that you love. So let's break this down into something practical. There are 3 core systems that can transform your business from chaos to consistency. And I mean really transform. We're talking about creating full-time income while working the hours that you actually want to work. First up is your client automation system. Think about how much time you spend just trying to get clients in the door. Now, imagine having a system where potential clients book themselves into your calendar through a pre-qualification process. Your email follow-ups go out automatically, but still sound like you wrote them personally, and your best content is working for you 24/7 to attract ideal clients. The second system is all about service delivery. This is where a lot of coaches resist systematizing their business because they think it'll make their service feel robotic. But it's actually the opposite. When you systematize the administrative parts, your onboarding process becomes smooth and professional, you have more energy for actual coaching, and your clients get consistent premium experience every single time. The real magic happens with the third system, and that's revenue generation. This isn't just about getting paid, it's about creating predictable, systematic income. We are talking about setting up smooth payment processes that don't require you to chase invoices. We're talking about creating clear package structures that make sense to your clients, and we're talking about building in natural upgrade paths that feel helpful and not pushy. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jackie, this all sounds great, but how do I actually make it happen without losing my mind in the process? Let me break this down into bite-sized pieces that won't require another one of those abandoned journals that we talked about earlier. Start with what I call the revenue impact review. This is fancy speak for figure out what's eating up all your time and money. Pull up your calendar from last week. Go on, I'll wait. Shocking, isn't it? I'll bet you'll find you spent more time on admin tasks than actual coaching. The good news is that this is exactly where systematization can make the biggest difference. Here's how we approach this. First, we look at your highest impact tasks. These are the things that directly affect your bottom line, but are currently stealing your time. So I want you to think about those discovery calls that you're doing differently every time, the proposal process that's basically a new creative writing project each week, and that client onboarding that somehow always feels like you're reinventing the wheel. Next, we create what I lovingly call your business backbone, your essential templates and SOPs. Now, don't let that corporate sounding term scare you. These are simply your do it once, use it forever documents. The best part, once these are set up, you'll find yourself with chunks of time you forgot existed. You know, the kind of time you imagined having when you first started your coaching business. Now, here's what this actually looks like in practice. Instead of writing fresh emails every time, you have templates ready to go. Rather than explaining your coaching process from scratch, you have a beautiful welcome guide that does it for you. And instead of wondering where your next client is coming from, you have a systematic pipeline bringing them to you. Now, let me give you something concrete you can start with today. Remember those 3 systems we talked about? Here's your first step for each one. For your client attraction system, take your most successful discovery call and map it out. What questions did you ask? What concerns did you address? What made it flow? That becomes your discovery call template. Right there, you've just created the first piece of your systematic approach to client conversion. For your service delivery system, look at your last 3 client interactions. What information did you repeat? That's your first candidate for systematization. Could be your coaching agreement, your session prep form, or your between session support process. Pick one and template it this week. For your revenue generation system, this is where something interesting happens. The more offerings you have, the more complex your systems need to be. And while this is exactly why I'm such a big advocate for simplifying your service menu first, think about it. When you're trying to systematize 5 different service offerings, each with their own pricing structure and delivery method, you're essentially creating 5 times the work. But when you have a streamlined, focused service menu, your systems become infinitely more powerful. This is why I always say that simplification and systematization go hand in hand. You can build the most impressive systems in the world, but if what you're systematizing is overly complex, you're still going to feel overwhelmed. The key to achieving that full-time income on part-time hours isn't just about having systems, it's about having the right systems supporting the right offerings. And that's why I've created the Coaching Business Simplification Blueprint. It helps you to streamline your service menu first so that when you implement these systems, they're exponentially more effective. You want to click the link below to get your copy, because when you combine simplified services with solid systems, that's when you can truly create full-time income on part-time hours. And remember, systems eat goals for breakfast. but only when they're not trying to digest an overly complicated menu. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe to join our community of coaches who are all about working smarter and not harder. And hit that notification bell to catch new videos every week where I share more strategies for building a coaching business that actually gives you the freedom that you dreamed of. Drop a comment below and let me know what's one task in your business you'd love to systematize first. I read every comment and love connecting with you all. Until next time, remember that your coaching business should work for you and not the other way around. I'll see you in the next video.